On now?
Yes.
Okay, beautiful. So, welcome everyone to Breaking the Middleman Cycle, and we're going to talk about how farmers can make more profit. So, it's about earn more, eat fresh, live better, powered by Fred Marketplace. All right. So, we're going to talk about stop giving away your hard-earned dollars. So, if you're all ready, give me a thumbs up, and we'll begin. Okay, so today we're now going to be talking about getting rid of the middleman. And before we start, let us share a little bit about us. So my name is Colin McLean. I'm the COO. And for me, real simple, I'm passionate about community building and I'm a creative leader. And I use food and ideas to bring people together and inspire change. And I'm always cooking up some initiative to nourish the body and the soul. And fun fact, I've placed second place in a 2025 Celebrity Men's Cooking Competition. So for my love of two things brought me to this project, and it's love of food and a love of community. Claudius, you want to take it away?
Someone was just trying to. I was being
Don't worry about
distracted.
it.
Somebody wants to join, and they can't. Okay. Oh, okay. She's joined. My apologies. Yes,
No
indeed.
worries.
I was distracted there. So my name is Claudius Thomas. I'm the CEO of my AI Pathway, and somebody else in the waiting room. So I have. I should probably change that number. I'm sure it's now about 40 years in, in information technology and software development
Yeah.
in various environments. I have a passion for solving problems with technology.
Mhm.
And solving problems with technology is, we have to look at it, so many different nuances. As we already had a conversation before we started, is in this case is um, we have production at different levels of production. People need to eat. We need to eat fresh. We need to eat organic stuff. We need to actually, I connect health to what I eat. I've gone through a very, very serious medical situation, which I actually traced back to food. So I pay more for food. It costs me more for food, but it doesn't have to. If I can actually if I can be able to order what I need freshly picked yesterday, sent to me today, tomorrow, what a what utopia. So that really is where I'm at. That's who I am. And I'm hoping that together with the team, we can actually help to grow this opportunity to make life easier for you. And ultimately, the solution we bring in from the perspective of you, the farmers, we want your pocket to be a little bit deeper because there's too many people in the way
Mhm.
get eating at your profit.
Yeah, likewise. Okay. Thank you, Claudius. So then the overview. So we're going to take about 45-minute section to go through, and some things we're going to cover are you're going to learn the challenges facing Canadian farmers and shoppers today. Also learn how to sell directly and keep more than what you earn currently, and build stronger community connections through food. And we'll see how Fred can solve both sides of the equation. And then you can discover how you can join the movement towards foods, security, fairness, and most of all, freshness. So, fun fact, did you know that the high listing fees for fresh produce eats into farmers' profit and inflates grocery store prices per item? Let me know if you guys know that or experience this. You can type in the chat. Claudius, you'll have to read the chat, okay? Now, opening context, the state of food in Canada. So there's based on research, they say that the net cash income projected for farmers has dropped by 7%. So it's dropping from 24 billion in 2023, and it dropped down to 22.4 billion in 2024. We haven't have the stats for 2025 as of yet, but the takeaway from this is not only is the income dropping, but you're also dealing with the global warming of weather conditions affecting your crops. Income is not, it's volatile. Then there's regulations are happening. And then there's also barriers trying to get into the farming market. So those who are new to farming want to get into it, they may have immigrated from one country and come to Canada and want to start farming. They're getting resistance. And this source is from the Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada, Stats Canada, put out this data. So one thing we can start tackling is the middleman. Now, to define who the middleman is, middleman in agriculture includes wholesalers, distributors, brokers, and retailers who act as middle people between farmers and the end consumer. So they perform various tasks of like aggregating crops, sorting transportation, storage, fees they're doing, scaling and sales, etc. And this helps bridge the gap between the production and the consumption. But in the end, people are being still affected by their transactions. So based on the research, this is research from the Gantt publications. In Canada, farmers receive only 17 to 23% of the consumer food dollar. So the middleman pretty much takes about 60 to 80% of the final food dollar. And to give more context over a world, selling a product, so the farmer selling the callaloo, for example, if he just sold it directly to the customer, it would be maybe 100%, and then the cost is $5,000. But then when you include a middleman, they're taking about 77%. So out of that 5,000, they're losing $3,850 in the fees. And then the net sale from the farmer is only 23%. So it drops from 100 down to 23, and they're only keeping in their pocket $1,150. That's based on the calculation. So we see there is a huge drop in the net sales, And this slide inspired me by seeing farmers go to like Walmart to get their stuff dropped off and sold in Walmart. Fantastic, you have your stuff in Walmart, but the fees they're charging for taking your stuff, they're severely being undercut. And then they don't keep that, and then they're struggling to keep their farms for generations because they're being undercut consistently, right? While they're increasing the prices at the grocery store. So additional challenges, there's marketing and visibility for many farmers. Many farmers, they are not able to have market savvy or is using social media. The logistics delivery, finding new customers is another thing too. So what's the solution? And before we go into the solution, can anyone open up their mics or share in the chat? What are some of the challenges that you've experienced as a farmer selling food directly? Anyone?
Okay, go ahead.
For us, it's the competition of wholesalers buying off of local farmers and going to the farmers market.
Yeah, I could see that. And it cuts in.
That's the big thing in our area.
And it's hard to challenge them, right? Another thing too is I live in the GTA, and I find that there's a lot of farms now up for sale, and they're doing the construction into development. So then that great farm you once had now is losing space, usage, and then what you could plant before, you can no longer plant, and it's a struggle. It's one of those things. Anyone else? But thank you for sharing. I really appreciate that sharing.
Yeah.
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Hey, good morning. How are you doing?
Good, yourself?
Good, good. Or more evening for us.
Oh, sorry.
A long day now. I wasn't sure if you're in the country or if you're out of the country or what. No worries.
No, it's start of event. I confused that with start of day.
No worries.
Okay, I think one other challenge, in addition to that of maybe the middleman taking a bigger chunk of the farmer's effort is first of all, the difficulty to integrate established distribution networks. So especially with our own native products, I would know, and many other people of the community would know that maybe kalalu or all of these other vegetables, they are very much sorted after. People would go for it if they had it, but most of the established distribution systems that exist, sometimes they don't recognize it. So, and then there are also closed lobbies that you wouldn't even have access to. The experience I had in the first years were not just being able to sell, but the challenge of producing, and then you produce, but you can't even sell. So that is part of the challenge, just even accessing distribution. If you go to Walmart or you go to Maxi, you would not even be able to get to meet the director of a branch or something. So, or the director would tell you he doesn't make any decision, or it's made at the headquarters. So just even, you might take the whole season and you would not even be able to navigate to know who to contact, who to tell the story, to let them know that if they place this on the counters, a lot of people would like to buy it. So beyond them even taking the dollar, just getting access to it is a whole difficulty. And having to develop to work on the farm and develop the distribution systems. I think there are jobs meant for different people. The farmer would not be able to get up in the morning, go to the farm, and then go again to develop the distribution system, the market. If you do that, like I have been doing, it takes so many years. Today, we are able maybe to sell easily, but it's taken so many years to build the distribution system.
Yeah, it's a skill set that not everyone has, and even like the marketing skill set, whereby are you savvy enough to know how to go on to Facebook, do a Facebook Live, share the stories about your farm and what makes you special to bring people in. That's a whole different skill level. So you can't be planting all day, then doing social media, then trying to figure out distribution. And who here has ever experienced trying to call like a trucking company or logistics company? Like you're put on hold, the stress level of trying to get things tracked is just frustrating. Yeah. So
can I ask a question to Harry? Have you noticed with the location? I think I'm familiar with the geography of Brighton. It's interesting what you said. You gave us a logistical issue that you have in concerns with. What about the US effect since the start of the year? Has it impacted your business in any way?
The US
Yeah.
Tariffs.
I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about that. So
I asked that specifically because I don't know if it's scientific or if I can prove it. In my observation, what I see is especially fruits. I see a whole lot more fruits available in the grocery stores than before.
oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. There's not much. There's very little local fruit available in our area here, and we're a great apple growing area. Most of the stuff is all imported.
Yes.
Wow.
does it affect the cost of your seed and your supplies, Harry? The tariffs. Do the tariffs affect your costs?
I have no idea. I don't know if the tariffs affect the cost. I'm sure. I have no time to research any of that stuff. When you're working 12, 14 hours a day, you don't have
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't even carry a phone on me. Carol.
No, Harry, to be honest, your
So
your
I'm
answer is exciting me. Let me wait.
I'm
Sorry.
isolated.
Yes,
Yeah.
your answer is exciting me, by the
Yeah,
way.
both of
Like,
us. Yeah.
I'm a techie, but I'm the kind of techie who loves problems, because without a problem, there's nothing to solve. And
Mhm.
that's how we innovate. That's how we evolve. Now, our next release is actually aimed at you, aimed at the farmers, the growers, where we're going to be able to help you when sorry, what's your I might rather assume your partner, the lady that's with you, is that your partner? Can I have your name?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. My name is Carol.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hey,
Carol. Yeah, Carol, you asked. Yeah, thank you for actually helping with the question there.
Mhm.
What we're going to look to give to you, what we're developing and working to give to you, is for you to be able to answer that question without trying to think, oh, what's the difference? Because the next release on the app is actually what we're calling a crop cycle management, so that when you put the seeds on the ground, the system will be able to tell you your yield is expected to be on this date in the future, because it knows the crop, it knows how long it takes to grow, and help you with the water, the management, all that kind of stuff. And also, you look at your dashboard, you'll be able to get an idea of what how to project your income, especially based on the sales orders that you'll be receiving through the system. So I'm glad to hear what you said there. It is very typical, and that's why we're here to help solve the problem. So anyway, Colin, let me know delay you too long on that. But
Okay, I'll just put chime in. No worries, no worries. Okay, so the solution is to pretty much direct to customer sales, and to sell directly to consumers without the use of the middleman. You're going to get higher profit margins, direct feedback from the buyer, and stronger consumer um, relationships, right? So the strategies for direct sales is farmers market. And that's what you were using before, and that's connecting directly with local buyers and building a steady income. Then there's what we do here as well, is the online sales and social media. We're using digital platforms to promote products, take orders, reach more customers. And then I like to, Harry, you did the restaurant and groceries. Restaurants you were tapping into. So if you can also tap into restaurants and grocery partnerships, that's going to create more of a reliable demand to support the farm to table relationship. So these are about strengthening the community relationships, building loyal consumers, and also ensure that farmers keep more of their dollars in their pockets. And then pretty much what we're talking about here for Fred Marketplace is a digital marketplace. And what it is it's a platform that connects farmers directly with consumers and buyers, and simplifies the sales of agricultural products. And how it works is the farmers list the products, set the prices, they manage inventory process, and the orders is all on one digital space. Okay. And then the next thing here, the benefits of having a digital marketplace. You can still do your farmers market. You could still do, your talking people coming to your farm. But with the benefits of digital marketing is you've got direct to consumer access. So you're cutting the middleman. You're expanding your market reach. You're gaining real-time data analytics is what Claudia was talking about, where you can provide insights on pricing, demand, trends, and operational efficiencies, automate orders, payments, record. So uh, our program uses a Stripe, so you don't have to be finding out change and giving people change and carrying cash when you're doing the transactions. You can have it whereby they pay for it online and then you get reimbursed through Stripe. And then transparency and trust, it shows the origins of the product and the farmer's profile, so they know that where you are, and it builds buyers' confidence that we're not getting this across the border or from some other country that you don't know how the farming is exactly. Okay. And then pretty much, we're helping farmers earn more. And the key features of the Fred Marketplace is the seller and buyer's dashboard, where it gives you detailed information. You can have direct listing and payments and access to local consumers. So here are some tips we're going to share with you to be successful in this whole initiative. Manuel was talking about how he had to do the logistics and other stuff, and it was a lot of work. We fully understand that. So for us, here's how you can be more successful: is take quality photos and product descriptions of your products you're selling. You can use promotional discounts, create engaging storytelling about your farm and social media. And then this next point is very important. You can take advantage of our free concierge service, where we'll do all the above for you at no extra cost. We will do that because we're building out the actual app and the program. It's live, but we feel that we want to capture your stories of who you are as a farmer, because as I always said, farmers are the backbone to a country, a community, and when people hear your story, they're more likely going to resonate. We are people of stories, and we want to have connections. So take this information down. Claudius, you can put it in the chat, if anything. It's info, I-N-F-O, at myaipathway.org. Okay? Info.
Colin, before you continue, I just want to chime in with something.
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Just to emphasize on the point that Colin was just making about our role, we've seen ourselves as your digital marketing space. So we're here to promote your business and provide a platform for the buyers to be able to access what you're selling. And promotion really encompasses all that is possible. So for example, one of our existing farming customers just got voted as vice president of the National Farmers Union.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was actually, it was in New Brunswick and just came back. So I've said to him that, hey, we have to tell that story. So we're going to actually do that in the early new year. We're going to sit down with him, interview, ask some questions, professional photographs, and like we send out monthly letters, monthly newsletters, and we're going to put that on digital space. We have to sell you. We have to let people know, oh, I want the best rhubarb. I know where to go. Right?
Yeah.
They only know that if we actually have. What's your farm, Harry? What's the name of your farm?
Charlotte Farm. Charlotte.
Shaman. Oh, okay. All right. I saw the name. Right.
Okay.
Excellent. Yes. Yeah. Excellent. So because that's the thing, because my as I said earlier, health is what brought me to this space. I am fixed on. I want this. I go there. I want this. I go there. I'm so boring with it. I don't change. I don't switch. Once I know that you're the person who actually gives me that, I check my sugar, it works. I check this, it works. I check that. I'm not going anywhere else.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I'm not the only one like that.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, I just wanted to chime that in. So
Yeah. Thanks, Lidus. Appreciate it. Yeah. So that's available. So our vision is to create a digital marketplace that empowers farmers and consumers to connect directly, cutting out traditional middlemen and reducing everyone's costs. Okay. So how it works is I'm going to give you a high-level overview of how the whole process works. So we're better together, pretty much. Farmers, producers upload their fresh produce via the app. Consumers browse the local listings and order directly and engage with the source. And Fred Marketplace handles the digital bridge, facilitating the connection and transactions and transparency, right? So we're like a evolved version of Uber Eats, I would say. We're offering more. It's more farmer focus.
Yeah,
That's the
Colin,
simplest way.
yes, I know. It's like I'm excited by this presentation. So my apologies, I keep prompting with all those things because I have all these different relationships and conversations. We have a project going on with some master's students from Niagara University. They're working on some data analytics for us. And I was interviewing one of the students, and she was telling me how she's into organic. She kept using the word organics. So I asked her, I said, what is organic to you? Because I then explained, I said, and I'm saying this because it has come up. I have a suspicion of going into a large grocery store and they have a section called organics and the prices are up. So I then said to her, I said, how do you know that those items are not farmed within a close proximity of a highway or a railway track? What is organic? Right? What is the proof that it's pesticide free? For example, I've been to Emmanuel's farm and I got very good education on his organics and everything. So it helps. So we get involved and learn ourselves. And I know that again, Harry, you made the point of you've always been trying to sell organic, and you almost kind of like getting forced to wind down on it. But why should you? Because one of the things we also have an opportunity to also market ourselves to, but we haven't even got to that space yet, is the millions of people with chronic ailments who really must eat right. So again, it comes down to food. So that's a whole market that we can just say, oh, okay, this thing that you grow, there's all this evidence that if somebody has this fresh from the farm to the table, bang. So that's what we're going to be telling the stories. We're going to be looking, we research, we look at evidence, we communicate, and we share this information along. So I just wanted to tell that story. So sorry, Colin.
No, man, this is good. Information is power, right? And we're planting seeds for future success with our information. So moving forward,
Colin, we have Harry's raised his hand. Harry's got a question.
Go for it, Harry.
Okay. One of the observations that we have from the people who pass our excess produce on to the church family is that people don't know how to cook properly using basic foods. And so where in all of what you guys are doing are there going to be like cooking instructions, learning how to drink beet juice, learning how to, to use the beet greens and what you do with them and how, some people would say make a smoothie. Some people will do a stir fry. Some people get all the juices out of them. There's different ways to use every single bit of every plant that there is. Like I'm curious about the cooking. And my friend said, they used to teach home economics in school and they don't.
Yes. I remember that.
Is a downfall. Yeah. Okay, I'll be quiet now.
No, this is good.
Sorry, Colin. We can both answer that because you've
Yeah,
actually
go for it,
asked a
Gladys.
question that hits straight to the that bow hits straight to the heart. We both cook. I cook. Colin cooks. We cook differently, present differently, but it's in the heart. In fact, Colin already but he'll speak for himself. Okay. In my You're right. So one of the things that we've Colin has started, I've not started yet. We have both said that we should actually cultivate a culture where we actually start to promote on social media cooking from the things that are being sold on the platform. In my case, it would be different from what we promote will be different, although we try and encourage more. And from the way you've asked the question, definitely opportunities there to actually bring more sessions, do it more differently. It's also even feature on some of these webinars are monthly, by the way, the last Thursday of each month. So we will be able to make
Except for December.
except for December, we'll be able to include such opportunities, for example, as we go forward. Like in my case, for example, when I start on it, I intend to focus on cooking for health. Because, for example, I got diagnosed in 2011 as having type 2 diabetes. And once I got the diagnosis, I went on a journey to learn what to eat, how to prepare my meal, and how to eat. And because of that, I am successful in managing my diabetes that I would like to share. Very, 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 very basic, simple information, which I've not seen anywhere, but it's probably there. Is I experimented like crazy. If I eat any root vegetable, it is no good for me as a type 2 diabetic, with the exception of sweet potato. Because and then what I did was to say what's going on here. I got a huge container, filled it up with water, and I loaded it with different root vegetables. Every single one sank to the bottom with the exception of the sweet potato. So I then started to experiment further and I found that anything that floats is good. So things that go above ground.
Okay, so let me just chime in here because we have to keep the train moving here. So for me, you're definitely on the right page. And I was laughing, I'm smiling because this is exactly what Claudia and I have been talking about, having recipes. And I'm laughing that you actually said, so great minds do think alike, because we're on the same page. We wanted to focus first on getting the farmers onboarded and the consumers versus start doing recipes. And we don't have a lot of people on the platform. So it's coming soon. And the short story I'll share with you is my mom got me cooking when I was, I think, age 8. And she said to me that she doesn't want to have me get married and my wife does not cook for me, or my wife gets mad at me. And then if she gets mad at me, she won't cook for me. And then I'm starving. So I learned at age 8 or even younger how to cook, clean, and do my laundry, and the fear that my mom had of my wife mistreating me. So that's our story. Okay, I'm going to move on. We got to get going on, right? Because I love this conversation, but we have to honor your time. Okay.
That's good information, though. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so those have their phones available. You can download the app, and there's a QR code there, or you can enter on the website of findatfred.com. I'll take a few minutes if you've not already downloaded it, because this app is available on the Apple iStore, okay? But if you go to findatfred.com or you use the QR code on the right, you can have access and create an account. I'm going to walk you through a high-level overview of how to do it. And then if you want to connect with us for further instructions or further assistance, we'll share the email address to use, and we'll help you accordingly, okay? All right, so I'm going to move on and I'll share how things are done. So I have a video here. Let me know if you all can hear it. Yep.
Sorry for interrupting.
No worries. Go for it.
The one on the QR code, is it pulling up the cost, the client end or the farmer end? It's downloading.
Oh yeah,
It's one app, and then when you go to set up the account, you choose whether you're a buyer or a
partitioned.
seller.
Yeah, it's partitioned. Are you a seller or are you a buyer?
Yeah.
So farmers or producers, food selling stuff would be the seller. If you're a customer and you're not selling anything, you just want to purchase from the farmers, then you would log in under the same QR code as a buyer.
So what if a farmer wants to buy?
Then you can use another email address that you have, and then use that and log on, create an account as a buyer. So have two accounts, but it's very important to have two separate accounts because we don't want to have a farmer using the same email address, because that opens up the opportunity for fraud, whereby you say you sold something and you purchase it, then you return it and that kind of stuff. So that's why we have two separate accounts, so it's easy to track. And
yeah, we received advice consult. We really Stripe reached out to us and gave us some advice on security concerns, and in fact we had to go back and redesign our sign-up process based on their advice. Because initially we designed it so that you can go create your account and you start posting on the marketplace immediately. But when Stripe gave us scenarios, we realized, oh, so that means you know, a betting company, a marijuana company can come and create and start selling to a marketplace, which is not the intention of what we are looking at. So now we've decided where the account can be created, but we've put in nothing will appear on the marketplace until we've done an internal due process to review the company before anything will post to the marketplace.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yes, sure.
Good. Perfect. Okay. Yep. So let me just move on. And this video here is just how to download the app. If you haven't already downloaded, remember this is being recorded, so you'll still see how to do this, and we can share the link with you, but here it is.
And for those of you farmers who don't have time to do this, we have a team that will do it for you.
Cover how to download the Fred Marketplace app from the Apple iStore. Let's get started. First, go to the App Store on your cell phone. Then go to the search field and type Fred Marketplace. Scroll down a little bit and you'll see the actual Fred Marketplace app. Click on it and click on the Get button. Double click to install. Give it some time to load.
Right here, things. Click.
And then next, you'll be taken to the Fred Marketplace app, where you can see the marketplace of all the current products available on Fred Marketplace. Now, if you notice, you won't be able to gain full access to the marketplace until you officially sign in or create your account. Now, join us on this journey by either going to learn more at fredai.ca, or you could sign up directly online and go to finditfred.com. It's also available on the Apple iStore, so whatever you do, we're here to support you. Now, let's grow something great together. Okay. So next, we're going to talk about the two roles, and Claes covered that, where it's seller versus the farmer. Seller account is the farmer producer, and then there's the buyer, which is the actual consumer. Okay.
Oh, Emmanuel's got his raised his hand.
Yep.
Go on, Emmanuel.
Go for it.
Okay, so it's not on Android yet. It's just App Store, just iPhone.
Yes, we're
Yeah,
hoping to have that
correct.
ASAP. To tell you the truth, I learned something about this. Apple is a super efficient company.
Mhm.
That's the difference. They are so clear on bang, bang, bang. They tested it with their own human themselves. They pushed back on this, pushed back on that. They were so quick. And with Google, we're working at it.
Well,
I'm stunned. I'm seriously stunned. I have no other answer for it. I mean, you have to respect when a company is clear and responsive. They were responding
Concise, yeah.
within 24 hours every time within 24 hours, and we got there.
Mhm.
that explains it. But I've never really loved the iPhone per se. I've never used it.
Yeah.
Right, but that's the first time I'm getting something.
Yeah, and I am not an iPhone user, but I think I've committed once. I'm gonna change my phone. I'm going iPhone.
Mhm.
This is the experience that switched me. I'm stunned.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it would be coming.
Yes, it
Oh
has
yeah,
to.
it is. Yeah.
It has to.
Yeah.
Yes.
We didn't want to
Yeah.
hold up the process of tinkering back and forth and waiting for the reply and then get back and forth. We wanted to move it out and move forward because there's
Yeah.
only so much tinkering you could do. So
The product is ready, so we don't need to wait.
that's
And
why we have the
besides-
website and the actual app too. So if you can't get on, use the website.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Let me move on.
Wrong.
What was that? Okay, I'm just gonna play this here. This is choosing your role, okay? In this video, we'll be covering how to create your account on Fred Marketplace. Now let's get started. For all those farmers or people looking to sell their goods on Fred Marketplace, let's focus on creating an account as a seller. First step is click on the create account. Next, you'll see there are two options, seller and buyer. The default is always buyer. So make sure if you're looking to sell your goods on Fred Marketplace, you select the seller account creation option.
We're not going to use it. It's too much work. Yeah.
Fill out the necessary fields of the seller. Next, you'll need to agree to the terms and the conditions.
No, don't agree.
After that, please fill out the name of your business and preferred method of payment.
And
And congratulations, you're now set up as a seller account on Fred Marketplace. Well done.
there's me.
Now, for those looking to make purchases on the Fred Marketplace, we've got you covered. Let's create your buyer's account. Again, click on the account creation. Then make sure you select buyer, complete the necessary fields. Next, make sure you check I agree to all terms and conditions. You will then be asked to tell us what types of food or products you're interested in on Fred Marketplace. We'll make sure that we are able to source exactly what you need. Some of the fields are food interests, sourcing preferences, dietary preferences. Now, once you've completed the requirements, click the button below. And congratulations, you'll be able to start shopping on Fred Marketplace. Thank you once again for taking the time to either be a buyer or a seller on Fred Marketplace. Okay, so this is next. We're going to talk about the dashboard. This is what the farmer or the seller of food or produce will actually see, and here it is. So I'm showing you what it looks like once you have your account established. Hello and welcome. In this next tutorial, we'll be covering the navigation features of the Fred Marketplace, as well as how to upload your first product. Are you ready? Let's get started. As you can see, once you have gained authorization to use the Fred Marketplace, you'll be taken to the main screen, which most likely will be the actual marketplace, which has all of the farmers' products throughout our system. If you go to findатfreds.com, most likely you'll be taken to the home section, which again is the marketplace. If you go to the app, you will see the marketplace. No worries, let's go through the actual navigation. On the Fred Marketplace, we have home, and the default is the marketplace for all the farmers. Next, we have the dashboard. Now, what I like about the dashboard, it's really robust, and it gives you real-time data on what you have sold, your revenue, your total orders, and products sold. Don't stress, nothing has been sold or purchased as of yet in the revenue. But once you get started in uploading your products to your inventory, you can start making the sales happen. So what I also like about the dashboard is it even has a orders summary section, which can be broken down by monthly or weekly or today, and then sales summary. So long gone now will be the days where you are sitting down, writing on a pad of paper each item you sold or each item you harvest, or even Excel spreadsheets. You're getting real-time data so that you can focus on what you do best, and that's farming or selling your stuff on Fred Marketplace. Next is orders. Okay, clearly you don't have any orders because you're a brand new user, so welcome. There's the products. Again, there's no products. The marketplace, again, is all the products on the Fed Marketplace, all the farmers. And community, this is a new section we've added. And community is where you can actually build your own community and give special information, discounts, whatever the case may be, to your own specialized community members you want to add more value. Notifications, you can set notifications on your app, as well as settings, or you want to log out. So now let's tackle the first thing. We don't have any orders yet, so the first thing you need to do is go to products. You want to click on the button, add a product. Now, for example, what if we just put yams? We're selling yams category. We're organizing and tracking the data, so make sure you put it in the right category. Do not put it in fruits or dairy, because it'll be hard for people to find you. Put it in vegetables where it's supposed to go. Description will say purple yams.
And this next part is important. You cannot add your products because you have to first upload an image. This is where it becomes important to upload high quality photos to your phone or even to your desktop if you're going to upload it to the system. If you don't have any of those, no worries. We're currently working on uploading some library content so that you don't have to stress about it. If you have your pictures, feel free to do this next step. Click on the upload drag and drop feature. This is my one photo here I have of the purple yams. Wait a bit, and it's going to upload. I have the picture, and then you click on the button, add new product. You see here, the product has been successfully added, and then you can add more, but for now, we'll just add the purple yams. We'll go with that as our inventory. Now, we have that. We want to now add the same yams to our inventory. So let's click on it here, and you'll see there's no inventory. So you want to add the inventory. Click on the add the inventory, and then you'll see the products to choose from is yams, quantity available. You can put 100, 200 maybe. Minimum order, say maybe like 2 is the minimum order. Unit cost is we'll say $2. Select weight, we'll say kilograms, and it's very important to put an expiry date. Okay, if you want to see how long things can last until they start to spoil, and then things which are getting closer to expiry date, you can offer a discount. Say maybe November, and the day will say the 15th of November, and you want to add the inventory. So click on the button at the bottom here, add new inventory, and voila, you have it. If you now look, still in your products, the inventory section, you have inventory for yams, you got inventory number, it's 1 through 3, different for each of your items. Quantity available, 200 units. Cost is $2. And then we also have minimum orders is 2. And then expiry, we have November the 15th, and the little button here with the little icon says that it's in stock, okay? So congratulations, you've added your first inventory. Well, I hope you found this informative. Take care, and as I always say, let's grow something great together.
Okay. So pretty much why this matters is every download is, it's building connections. You're getting more revenue staying in the local economy, less produce goes to waste, stronger community resilience and connection. And when you buy local, you grow local, and Fred makes that much easier than ever. Okay. So call to action, for the farmers out there, I want you to download the app, start selling today. Take advantage of our first 3 months free of professional onboarding. So we're going to help you. So if you're feeling stuck, overwhelmed, don't worry. We'll have our email at the bottom. We can have one of our customer service reps help and walk you through the process and set up the account for you. And then you can have access to it. And for the consumers on the call, download the app and, enjoy the easy perks. And here's the 2 QR codes to scan. If you want to learn more about the actual Fred Marketplace, you can use the first QR code or go to fredai.ca, or the next one on the far right is actually doing the downloading the app. So take this information down of our email address of info at My AI Pathway, and we're here to help you all succeed. So we'll open the floor for Q&A. Is any questions, or what do you think? Comments? We're here for you.
Harry, you're on mute. Please, yeah, okay.
What is the cost to the consumer to have the Fred app?
So the consumer pays a there's a fee to there's a service fee. Okay,
It's a percentage of the sale.
Percentage of the sale. They don't have any membership requirement, whereas we ask the sellers to pay a membership. There's a subscription. There are 3 subscription levels: Fred Basic, which is an introductory level with limited number of postings you can have per month. Fred Plus, where we increase the number of postings, whereas you learn more of the value of the products and you get more confident with it. And then Fred AI, which will be released in the new year by the end of the first quarter, where you're going to have the plot crop cycle management produce. So that really is the flagship subscription model, but that will be available next year. So at this moment in time, we haven't put a price to it yet, but that's going to offer the value.
Yeah, so we'll be incorporating AI to help you farm more efficiently and better. That's down the road. You don't have to choose that, but there's different packages we could do. We're still working out the details on them, but that's where we're at right now.
And one thing I can add as well is that the research numbers that we came up with in terms of the middleman cost is that we believe, or we got to understand, that it can cost up to $6,000 to list your produce with the grocery store. So if the beginning point is $6,000 to get your pallets into
that's just one time.
One time. So the whatever fee we're going to charge for a monthly for you to be able to sell 90% of your produce to market that's going to be ordering online, and for you to be able to deliver, we're confident that the opportunity is very, very clear and easy for us to help you. So that probably did not answer your question, because you asked what is the cost. We're actually going to reflect what the market says in terms of the value that we offer. But in terms of the buyer will not be charged any membership. And when they make a purchase, there will be a service fee from the transaction supplier, i.e. Stripe, and then there'll be an admin fee or there's a delivery fee.
Okay. Any other questions? I'm just gonna. Yep. Any other questions?
It's been an interesting presentation. Yep.
Yes, it's regarding logistics, particularly. I know because I'm doing it, so I know it's a very challenging area. Maybe I start by just relating the experience and then getting to understand what solutions are being thought around it. Let's say, for example, I have social media. I have a lot of clients that come from TikTok. Unfortunately, TikTok in Canada, I don't have TikTok shop, but at least they get leads that I can now guide them and then talk with them on WhatsApp, and then finally place orders. There are some others who place it directly. Those that come in from the website do come in directly from the website. But whether it is from TikTok or through WhatsApp, I end up having to receive the order, and I have to move the product to the client. So I've had experience where there is a buyer who is, say, somewhere around somewhere in Ottawa. Maybe if I check the ETA, it's like 40 minutes between me and the buyer, 45 minutes. And the person is maybe buying a product. I do limit quantities. I only sell like in boxes because I can't sell like $10, $15 because it's
The
irrealistic.
gas. Yeah, exactly. That's expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do it at the scale at which we operate today. But there, somebody can have a $20, $10 and want to eat something. Now, the way we operate, it's not possible.
Mhm.
So it's like somebody could buy something for $50 and then have to ship it for $40. That's the reality today. They do buy and they do ship at that level because you have one order that has to be picked from Gatineau and then to Canada or something like that. The shipping is so high. The delivery fee to the customers is so high. How is it going to happen with the system for the customer to be able to that is, for now, the shipping is so high that the customer sometimes does not take action because of the cost of the shipping. It's not even the worry of the product.
Mhm.
Yeah. So logistics is a critical component of for the system to be successful. We have 3 logistical companies on board, and the way it will work is if somebody orders and they select delivery, then the idea, what we're looking at, and we want to see the success when you use it, is that you will be able to, an email notification is sent to the delivery company. Now, long-term objective is that the objective of the Fred Marketplace is multiple farmers in close proximity supplying, or a farm supplying to no more than 50-kilometer radius.
Yeah, restricting the restriction. You can go further, but we figured it's more effective 50 kilometers.
Yeah. The primary reason for that is the freshness of the delivery of the food. And so for fresh produce, 50, maximum 75-kilometer radius. The logistics companies will be able to go and take from various different farms within the proximities to go and deliver. So that addresses that problem, because we do realize is that one farmer trading by themselves, you have your WhatsApp group, you have your social media, and somebody orders and you have to manage that. It's a nightmare.
A lot of work. It's
yeah. People coming on Fred, ordering from 5, 6 more different farms. One driver, one van goes and pick, and goes to deliver. So that's how that will be addressed.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. It's going to be a learning process, and we'll keep refining. But in terms of the system, it's really that you receive the order, you package it, and then you press notification to the delivery company. They receive and they come and pick up.
Mm.
And the prices that they have given us is, you cannot meet that price.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, basically, we're talking in some cases like $7.
Yeah, it starts becoming feasible for a buyer to buy something at $50 $7, but I mean, not 50 and 40. But
No, I will not do it.
Yeah, I will never order from McDonald's, Uber Eats, guys. I'm not paying $50 for a Big Mac. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry.
You cannot, I mean, I will not do it. So therefore, we're not building the system to deliver, to do something that I will not do anyway. So, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, any other questions? Because I think we're going to wrap up now. We've gone over. It's been really insightful. But any other questions?
So for the onboarding, I know I had received some emails. I had not followed up on that. I just replied with the information that was requested. So
yes,
now we're going to have someone to help us.
Yep.
Like add the
Yes.
product.
Yes. Yes.
Hamida. Yeah.
Yeah. Hamida is on the call, and she'll follow up with you on that to actually with our guidance to make sure. But that she's fully on board with that. She's really,
She's
really
a rock
good.
star.
You know, she's a rock star.
She's a rock star.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
It's really it's helpful.
Yeah.
It's taken me some months, and I haven't been.
Well, one of
It's-
the things we've learned is that, look, if we want the product to be successful, we need to step forward and help.
Yeah.
Because your focus, your priority is to be on the farm. You know, if we're gonna say, oh, we're gonna do a webinar when it suits us at 1 p.m., well, only Colin and I will be on the call. You know,
Exactly.
so, yeah, we are here for you. We learn what we must do for you. I love it. So we are here to actually find information, and I was also at an event where they were providing us with I came back with information to actually help with funding and financing within the agricultural space. So those kinds of information will be passing on to you. Okay.
Yeah.
And these monthly webinars will be really for to help you, to help provide information, learn from you guys, and we all move forward.
Because we can't do this without your help, really,
Yeah.
right? So that's why we're doing this. So, yeah.
So excellent. And thank you very much, everybody. Because December, we're not doing holidays. The next one is going to be in January. And it's going to be a wonderful, wonderful conversation in January where we're going to have you guys doing the talking, not us.
Yeah.
The intention is to actually have selection of farmers and policymakers from government agencies, etc., to look at the year 2025 in agriculture and your perspective and prospect for 2026. And we will also talk about how we fit into that. So this is something new that we want to bring to the table and say, what was 2025? We've heard a lot of stories since we launched in May, and there has to be, I am particularly very big on lessons learned. Okay, what did we learn from 2025? How do we correct them? How do we rectify and make sure that 2026 is far, far, far greater than what 2025 was? Okay, and I can tell you all that I'm not sure if it's new or how recent, but the Ministry of Agriculture, the federal, have just released. I think it's just released, so I got to read more on it. But they've actually received information today about some agriculture funding, which I'm going to share and see how it impacts. We'll probably make it one of the topics of conversation in January. Okay.
Yeah, that's very, very important.
Yeah, so we're in this for you. And ultimately, once you're selling on our platform, then we can start to eat. Because right now, I'm starving. I'm losing weight.
Oh, yeah. You me both, man. You me both.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you for the great.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Thanks, everyone. Take care.
Yeah.